Hey, what's going on, man? My name is EA. Welcome back to my channel. That's Beamer right there. He's going on a circle. Today I have another delicious recipe I'm going to prepare for you guys. It involves glazed salmon, stuffed with crab meat and shrimp. We're going to do it in 3 phases. We're going to take care of I'll put together our glaze first. We're going to prep our salmon. Then we're going to move right over to the putting together our crab meat filler. All right. So stay tuned. We'll be right back at you. Let's do it. We have the lump crab, jumbo lump crab meat. We have our shrimp. We have our salmon steaks. Aren't those beautiful? Nice, beautiful red salmon steaks. Right. We have, and as for the ingredients that I'm gonna use for our steak, our salmon steaks and our shrimp, we're gonna apply a little onion powder, a little garlic powder. Right. Our other ingredients. Well, let's just move on over to our glaze, because that's the first thing we're gonna mix up. All right. We have the ginger root here. If you're not familiar with ginger root, this is what it looks like. All right. We're gonna include a half a teaspoon of ginger root. This is grated ginger root, ginger, if you will. A clove of garlic. This is 1 clove. If you're not familiar with what a clove of garlic looks like, this is a clove. This is a clove. 1 second. Show you what a clove looks like. This is a clove. I just minced it up, and that's what that is. All right, that's gonna be 1 clove. That consists of 1 clove, right? Here we have a 1/4 cup of sodium-free soy sauce and a 1/2 cup of maple syrup, salt and pepper. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and get this all mixed up. We'll be right back. Okay, hands washed, gloves on. The gloves on, as you know, are only for cinematic value. Because when I'm home by myself, man, I go 10 knuckles down, just like you do, the natural way, the way Mama used to do it. Okay, let's go and get started with our glaze. First thing we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put that ginger in here, like so. We're gonna get our garlic, like so. We're gonna go ahead and pull out our 1/4 cup of sodium-free, low sodium soy sauce. Put that in there like that. We'll put that in the sink. That 1/2 cup of maple syrup, that sweet maple syrup. The way Grandmama and them used to, Grandmama and them used to put the maple syrup in those hot cakes back in the South when we was growing up. I haven't forgot. I hope you didn't. I didn't forget. Like so, boom, right? A little pepper in here. Tad bit of salt. You gotta eyeball that, right? And what we're gonna do is just mix it up. Now, let me say this: you may not need to use all this glaze. You can refrigerate what you don't use, and you can even experiment on applying using the same marinade for roasted vegetables, for baked chicken, fish, if you like baked fish, if you like. Okay, marinade is complete. All right. Next step, we're gonna go ahead and season our steaks with onion powder, not much, and your shrimp. A little garlic powder on there. Of course, there's no salt in the garlic powder or the onion powder, so you're good to go there, right? Now, after that, what we're gonna do, we're gonna go ahead and put our steaks, our salmon steaks, inside of our bag. You need to have, pull yourself out one of these little plastic bags here, because of course you're gonna put the unused portion of your glaze in the refrigerator, for future use if that's what you decide to do. To do, unless you're gonna be preparing a lot more steaks than I'm preparing here, all right? So we're gonna go ahead and put these inside our bag, like so, right? And what I like to do is just use a bowl, and I'm gonna pour the glaze in there like that. Don't need all of it, all right? I'm gonna seal it up, all right? And I'm just gonna massage it like so. You know what I mean? Just massage that salmon, just like that right there. Get it saturated so it can marinate in that nice, delicious glaze. All right? And we're gonna put this in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Okay, now let's go ahead and get started with the your crab stuffing. Filling rather. And your crab filling, basically, what you have here is you follow the same recipe that you would if you was making regular old crab cakes at home. It's a cheap and easy way. It's quick, very simple. Everybody has a different way of making crab cakes if you know what you're doing, right? Down south here, man, we don't have no real crab cakes down here. Everything is breaded, man, like you're eating stuffing and meat, right? Whereas up north, in Maryland, you're gonna get that genuine, Maryland crab cake or something close to it. So let's go ahead and get started with our crab filling, all right? This is what I do, right? First thing I'm gonna do, I have a cup of Ritz cracker. You can use Ritz cracker, you can use breadcrumbs, you can use saltine crackers. It's your preference, okay? But we're using, because I like our townhouse crackers, I like Ritz crackers, so I'm gonna use what I like. So crackers in here, all right? Got some scallions, some onions. A lot of folks don't use that. Don't sleep on the onions, the scallions, when you're preparing your crab cakes or when you're preparing your filling, okay? Scallions, boom. A little lemon. What we're gonna do is squeeze a little lemon in there. Can't have seafood, can't have crab legs, crab cake without some squeezed onion, right? You got 1 egg, lemon rather, squeezed lemon. You know what I meant. 1 egg, you know what I meant. He said onion, that's a lemon. All right. Now we have our Worcestershire sauce, low sodium Worcestershire sauce. We're gonna play this by ear as well. All right, don't put too much in there, just like so. Some Dijon mustard. You can use regular mustard as well. It doesn't really matter. Whatever your taste buds tell you. Put a little of that in there, like so. We're gonna use a half a teaspoon. This is also, it's how much you would like to put in. This is your Old Bay. I'm gonna put in like a half a teaspoon of Old Bay, not that much. I don't want it too salty because Old Bay is a little salty as well, right? We're gonna go ahead and put our mayo. I have a half a cup of mayo. And again, if you need more mayo, you'll know it. If you want more mayo, you can always add more mayo, all right? We're gonna toss a little garlic powder over in there, not that much. Remember, garlic powder does not have salt in it. A little onion powder, right? A little pepper. These are crab cakes for it, baby. Pepper. And last but not least, the ever popular lump crab meat. Look at that right there. Look at that. Look at those lumps. See those lumps? That's genuine crab meat right there. That's not your imitation stuff. Put it in there like that. All right. Now, what you're gonna do, and I may need some more crab breadcrumbs, breadcrumbs, saltine, or Ritz cracker. I might need to go back and get some more Ritz cracker. Hopefully not. So what you're gonna do now, I'm gonna take it, and just mix it up, just like that. Got that egg in there. Look at that. Look at that right there. And the thing about it, you don't want to mush up those lumps. You want that crab meat to stay lumpy, right? You want it to stay lumpy. And you don't want a whole lot of filling in there. But you know what? I'm gonna go in my pantry here real quick, and I'm gonna grab a couple more crackers. Stay with me. Let's put a few more crackers in there. All right, just crumble them up in there like that. Yeah, that's what you want right there. That's what you want right there. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Look at all that lusciousness right there. That's beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, that's beautiful, Edward. Okay. Now, what we're gonna do, we have this mixture has the bond. Otherwise, if you don't let it bond together, then once you put it in the oven, right on top of your salmon steaks, it's just gonna spread out, right? It's just gonna run. So, what we have to do, we're gonna leave it like that right there. We're gonna put our top on it, and we're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes. Okay, now that everything's in the refrigerator, we're gonna go ahead and set our oven for at 350. We're gonna say bake 350. We're gonna hit start set. Let that warm up, and I guess everything should be coming out of the refrigerator in the next 25 minutes or so, and we'll move on. All right. Okay, we're ready to go. All right. We've taken out our salmon. Our stuffing is ready. If you take a look at this, see that right there? That's the consistency that your stuffing should have. Your crab stuffing should have. If it's running, then one or two things you need to do. You might need to add some more crackers, or you might need to put it back in the refrigerator for another 15, 20 minutes. Now, let me say this also. If you press for time, right, in order to get this chilled the way you want it to be chilled, you can always put it in. You're gonna put it in the refrigerator for 30 minutes, but you can put it in your refrigerator freezer for 15 minutes. Okay. So let's go ahead and get started. Again, we're gonna go ahead and take out our well marinated salmon steaks, like so. Make sure you can see that. If they had skin on them, of course, you would have the skin would be down. It would be skin down. You can also marinate them or prepare them with the skin on if you like the skin. Like so. Right? Then we're gonna get our knife. 1 second. One second. We're going to put on our protective clothing, attire. All right? And all we're going to do is just make a little slit in the center of that fillet, of that steak, just like that. All right? Just like that. See that? That's all you're going to do. You're going to prepare a seat for all that delicious stuffing. All right, open it up like that. Do it with each one of them. I mean, if you chose to just sit it on top, that's fine. All right, just like that. After you do that, you're gonna take your crab stuffing and just sit it down inside there like so. Just like that. Look at that lump crab. Look at that beautiful lump crab. That beautiful lump crab. Well, you might ask, what am I gonna do? I mean, you have more than you might need for those 3 fillets. You know what I'm gonna do. You know exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put them back in the refrigerator, right? Cover them up and make some crab cakes tomorrow, baby. Make some crab cakes tomorrow. Put a little bit more of that lump crab on there like that. Okay, just gonna move that to the side, like that. Go over here to my shrimp. Get my shrimp, just put it on there just like that. Can't give you my address because you be trying to come to dinner tonight. Can't give you my address. No, can't give you my address. But I want you to know that you can do this right in the comfort of your own home. All right. Now, of course, what I've done, right, before I put these fillets down, I went ahead and oiled my pan, right? It's a non-stick pan. You want to make sure that you put some oil on your pan. Olive oil. I use olive oil. Okay, so next step, I'm going to take these gloves off. What I'm going to do is real quick, I'm going to take just a tad bit of Old Bay. Just a little bit of Old Bay. Sprinkle on there like that. A little bit, sprinkle on there like that, right? And they going in the oven right now. Check that out. Look at that. Lord have mercy. Don't you like that? I like that. They're gonna go in the oven for 20 minutes. Stay tuned for news at 11. Of course, let me go ahead, wait a minute, let me go ahead and set this timer real quick, right? Cook time, let's do 20, I said 20 minutes, right? 20 minutes, start. Okay, be right back at you, baby. Okay, the timer just went off. Let's see what we're working with. Let's see what we're working with. Oh my goodness. Look at that right there. Will you look at that right there? You look at that right there. Look at those beauties right there. Look at those beauties right there. Oh my goodness. What can I say, man? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. You know, we gotta taste this masterpiece, right? Let me say this. You can always put a little butter on the top of it, or some type of cream sauce if you like. Add a little bit more flavor if you need more flavor. I don't think you need more flavor. Right? Oh, wait a minute. I'm getting ahead of myself. Pardon. Come on. Can we have a moment of silence? Dear Lord, thank you for the hands that prepared this delicious dish. Amen. Thank you very much. Okay, let's see what we work with. Come on in here and look at this. Come on in here and look at this. Come on in here and look at this. Come on in here and just look at that. Look at that. Look at that right there. Look at that. Look at that. See that? You don't want to cook your salmon too long. You don't want it to dry out. 20 minutes max. Let me see what we're working with. Lord have mercy. God damn, my legs shaking. My legs shaking. Lord have mercy. Look at the crab meat. Look at the crab meat. Look at the crab. Look at that lump crab right there. Now salty, nice savory flavor. You can taste the glaze. You can taste the salmon. They're not the flavors are not competing with each other. Alright, shrimp. Let me try one of these shrimp. Oh my goodness. This right here. This right here. This right here. This is restaurant ready. Hey, look. Thank you for joining me for another recipe. There'll be more to come. If you like this particular recipe, content just like this, please subscribe to my channel. Give me a thumbs up if you like what you saw. If you have a recipe that you want to similar to this right here, drop it in the comments. Throw the link in the comments. Man, oh man. I want to thank you all for joining me again. This is a side. It's time for me to add the rest. Love y'all. Peace out.